Hi. So we'll move to next topic in Python. So far discussed all these fundamental points. What is Python and features of Python, how to run Python program, and how to use namespace, identifier, then followed by structures, operator, conditional and looping statement, file handling, then function. Then followed by the next chapter, we'll discuss about module. Okay, what is module and how to use module and what is the usage of module part. The entire program, what are the topic we studied it, all this code, the entire code we can reuse. So reusability technique, it's called module. So for example, I'll move to module. It's a file. The file it's consisting of Python code. So we can say module is nothing but it's existing Python file. That file is runnable code. We want to execute that file. That file will be loadable purpose. We're importing the file into local script. The main purpose for writing the module is reusability purpose. So we can share the data and reuse the data. Instead of repeating the code, we can load the existing code into a local program. Okay. So Python module, it's a existing Python file only. The file name end with .py extension. So how do I create Python module? Already mentioned it's existing Python file. So a file name must be saved .py extension, and then import the module file name. Only file name you have to import. Then call that file name dot members. Members means what are the data inside the file, like all our previous topic: variable, operator, conditional loop, and functions. Everything, entire code we can duplicate. We can call it. So module file must be .py extension. You can move to this next screen. See this example. File name is called ab.py. Here there are two member. One is called port variable. It's holding value 80. Then function f1. F1 it's some sample code, definition code. Now you can check in this file here ab.py variable is declared and the function f1 is there. Function f1, this point, variable is declared, variable followed by value, and function is there. There is no function call, there is no print function. Okay, so this type of code is called loadable code. So there is another file name is called p1.py. Okay, we can import this file here, import followed by file name. So file name, it can be any combination, upper lower, any combination, any cases, end with always .py, ends with. Then file name dot member, file name dot member. So the member means function or variable. Now the p1.py is executable file. So we'll run this file python space file name.py. So we'll get the result is port number 80 and code. So understand, module is nothing but existing Python file only. The file must be loadable format. Suppose if you return f1, that is function call, and the print port means whenever you put import, immediately the code will get executed. So we decided this file will be loadable purpose. Loadable. Then you can keep only the definition and import is a keyword. Import space followed by file name. Now the ab.py file is called module file. I'll show you in my system. For example, you can come to this. This is my Linux box. So here it's an empty directory. There is no file. I'll create some sample file. File name ab.py. You can use any combination of naming. So here I'll declare the variable port number 80 and followed by I'll create some dictionary structure. URL is called key followed by http is www.python.org. Just I define these two variable. I'll repeat. ab.py is a file. File it contains two variable. That remember, one is called integer, another one is dictionary. If run this file, we won't get any result to screen because there is no print statement, so it won't print any result. Now I want to write, I'll create one more file, p1.py, and import followed by file name. Import followed by file name. The next line I'm writing print followed by file name dot file name member. And if you know the dictionary structure, and we can check dictionary format, print followed by file name dot member name. I'll tell you how to understand with the dictionary and all. So file name dot followed by, we can use dot keys function, or if you know the key, we can type URL. We are not learning new programming topic. All the existing program, it's written in file. We are importing the file and we're calling the member. Okay. Now you can compare the difference. There are two files. I'll clear the screen. I will show you now. There are two files. One file is called ab.py. ab.py. Another file is called p1.py. Here ab.py file is called a loadable file. If we interpret ab.py, we won't get any result. Nothing. When you interpret Python followed by p1.py, we'll get result. Whatever the code. Now look at the screen. ab.py file, it contains the definition part, the declaration definition, and the p1.py, there is no p1.py, there is no declaration. I didn't define any port variable, dictionary variable. So I'm reusing the existing members into my local code. Now another important point, whenever Python importing the statement, importing the file, or whenever import statement is, import means include, import is a keyword. Sourcing external file into a local member, local namespace. Okay, this namespace different, local namespace. So here using module, we calling this member. Whenever Python interpret import followed by file name, internally it will refer, there is an environment path, Python module environment path. It will refer syspath variable. This is internal step. What is syspath? Syspath is called list. The list, it contains all this module path environment where this ab.py file is located. So at present in my system, module file and the script file both are same location, same directory. So it will be directly will be loaded. In the syspath environment, 0th index will be our current path. Okay, we'll refer syspath. I will show you other screen. You can type Python here, import followed by sys. Import followed by sys. Sys also module, and the path, if you enter, this all this existing Python environment path. Windows machine, Windows format, Windows path. So the first two the list of 0th index is our current directory. So at present ab.py file and p1.py both are in same location, so it will be loaded. If it is not in the current location, it will refer this all this path. If it is located anywhere, ab.py file is located anywhere, it will get load. If it is not located, suppose I have written some different directory, we will get a module error. Exception will occur. Another one more internal step. First we'll find the environment and find the source. Find the source. Another step, whenever you are importing the file followed by file name, that is called module. The file is, we know the file is .py file. .py, this file will be internally, it will be implicitly, it will be compiled, it will create one class file, compiled format of class file. So this two step it's happen whenever import statement is interpreted. Okay, what is PYC? Python compiled format file. It's a class file. Only Python virtual machine can able to understand. That is not ASCII file. Now see this. I put recently created T. PYC is generated. Now if you like ab.py, it's ASCII readable file. ab.pyc, it's not a readable file. It's an intermediate file, class file. This content Python virtual machine can able to understand. So what is the advantage of this? If I move this file into some different directory, dd1, I'll create one directory. I'll move this ab.file into dd1. Now I don't have the source. Using this PYC, we can able to run this code. See the code output. dd1 is a subdirectory that is not path, part in the syspath. Okay. If using PYC file, we can able to run. Even interpret itself directly we can do. Import followed by ab, then ab dot port number, ab dot dictionary. So import space file name, it's called module. So how to understand the module? Once if you put import, we can type help followed by module name. This help function will give the complete structure, help documentation. So here you can able to find out what are the members inside this file. So the attributes, name it's called module ab, file it's a file name that is PYC file, and data section, it's all our variable section. If you define the function, it will come function section. So using help function, once module is imported, using help function, we can understand the module documentation. Okay, so PYC, it's a class file. Using this PYC, we can able to run this code. If you don't have the PYC, like I'll show you this screen. I'll come out from this. If I don't have this PYC, I'll delete this PYC also. Now see this. This is my directory path. Under dd1 inside my ab file is located. Okay, this is my directory path. Okay, now I'll run this program. I'll go to parent location. If I run this p1.py, python p1.py, this will throw this import error or module not found error. Understand why this error message is printing? Whenever you can go to the screen. Whenever you interpret python space filename.py, it refer this environment path. Whether in the current location, ab.py file, module file and script module file is there, it will be load. If it is not there, then it will refer this all the directory path. This is all the module environment directory. If it is not located anywhere in this list, then we will get exception message, import error or module not found error, that is exception message. But in my system, my file is located some different location. So how to link or how to map external file into local script? How to map? That means both the files are in the same location, we can load it directly. Earlier we can able to load because both the files are in the same location. We can able to import it directly. So it will create one import compiled format file. Now I don't have that compiled file, like I don't have the class file also. And I don't have the source file, but it's there, it's a different location. When I put import, I'll get error message. Because module is not there. So here we have to use list operation. I'll show you the interpreter only. Import followed by sys.path, it's a list type data. You can check length of sys.path. It will print number of directories, and also we can use some list manipulation operator, membership operator. If the data is existing inside the element, we'll get message true. If data is not existing inside this element, this is list membership. Like this, there is a path under root inside L1 inside DD1. This is a path is existing in sys path. See the list operation only I'm writing. Say false. So what is meaning? The path root L1 DD1 path is not existing in sys path. So now how to add this existing element into, or how to add data to the list? Simple. This is empty list. How to add the data? There are two ways. One is insert function, another one is append function. Just adding the data to the existing list. The same list manipulation we can do. Sys.path dot append argument. You can type your path name. You can write absolute path root under L1 inside DD1. Once if imported, once again you can check with the sys.path, the size will get increased. How to check the last element in the list? Recap list slicing or indexing -1 last element. Now this path is added. Now you can type import followed by AB. You can able to import it. Here this path also inside the sys path. You can check sys path. Root L1 DD1, it's there. So if you want to load any external path into local member, I'm just written in directly the interpreter. If you want to write it inside the file, the same step. You can write inside this file. So I don't have py or pyc. Directly we can import. How to do it? File name before this. Before doing this step, you can import sys.path.append. You can add your path append argument, single argument. L1 DD1, the path name. Under DD1, any file, not only AB, any module is there, we can import it, all the module. I'll show you the interpreter. Compare this first two line. Now you can check Python filename.py. This file you can able to load. So this is called module. And the first two line is important step. Whenever the modules are in the different location, not in belongs to sys path, it's not permanent, only for runtime. If I create another file p2.py, and if I add this path, if I import AB, we'll get error message. So this all this append operation, whatever I did, it's only the current process. If I close this, again I open Python, and we can check import followed by sys. It's not import followed by sys, and check sys.path. See that result, last element. If I write import followed by AB, it will throw error message. This is not permanently updated. It's all runtime. I'll tell you how to do permanent update. But understand, whenever the import statement is interpreted, Python will find this your module file in the existing list path. Then if file is found, it will be compiled to create a class file. That is implicit creation in the part of interpreter. So module is helpful to reusability purpose. Reusability. We can write function, everything. We can import this file directly. This is user defined file, and module, it's a Python file. If both the files are in the same location, directly we can import. If different location, you have to follow this two step. Okay, how to import permanently and all I will explain in the next class. So understand what is module and how to reuse the existing member into our local code. Okay. So followed by, we'll discuss about next class how to import permanently, then what are the existing modules. Thank you.